Welcome to Spark Education Services. Here today with me is very interesting personality, Mr. Kaustubh Bankapure. Let me
Hello.
first, yes, let me first introduce him. Kaustubh is an alumnus of University of London. He has done his MA in Applied Theatre from Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, University of London. So we are going to talk today on a very, very interesting topic, that is applied theater. This could be probably one of the first this kind of interviews on any educational channel. So I'm extremely happy to have him. So let me give you some more background information about Kaustubh. After he finished his MA from London University, he came to India and he established his company called Theatre Resource. And he has been working with various organization industries such as Force Marshall, etc. And he has been working with various companies as well as a drama-based training consultant. So, drama-based training consultant. So, like I've repeated this because this could be completely new to most of the listeners and viewers. And before he did his MA, he was a faculty at Flame University, Pune. Right now, he teaches. He also teaches at National School of Drama, TIE Center, Tripura, as a guest faculty. He initiated the first. Let me emphasize on this. He initiated the first drama-based felicitation program, and he has also started a foundation called Applied Theatre India Foundation. Okay, and recently it could be an excellent achievement. His organization, Applied Theatre India Foundation, has been accepted as a member of UNESCO network for higher education in performing arts. So I'm extremely happy to have Kaustubh here, and he's my friend as well. Okay, we are our friendship is fairly old. He has been a director of various plays as well, one of which is written by me. Wilson's Story is the play that I wrote. In fact, we wrote it together overnight, and he directed it many years ago. Right. So, welcome, Kaustubh, once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Shirish. It's good to
Yes.
be here at Spark Education Services. And as you rightly said, that this is the first open interview after we receiving the affiliation from both Government of India as a recognized startup in the education sector, and also from International Theatre Institute, UNESCO. So I'm really glad to take out this subject to as many people as possible, and through your services we are doing that. So that's really helpful. Thank you very much.
Right. So let me begin with a very first question. What is applied theater? Because I am as much ignoramus as everybody else would be. So I would like to
Right.
start with this. What is applied theater?
Yeah. So applied theater as a terminology, it is fairly new in Indian society, but as a work, it's already there in our society. Because you teach for MBA and CAT entrance, I'll give you an example of a little bit from mathematics. We all know about pure mathematics and applied mathematics. In the similar way, there is a pure theater and there is applied theater. So in pure theater, you have your own team of actors, you have script, you have a director, you create a play, and then you perform that play at different places. That is called as a pure theater. In applied theater, you have participants, a group of participants, and you do a lot of theater making process for human resource development. So the ultimate idea of applied theater is not to create a play, but to take all the participants through a realization process where drama is a medium of instruction. So that is the basic idea of applied theater, and it's uh, As a terminology, it is little new. It started in 1990, but as a work, we have been doing in different pockets in India for a very long time.
So let me ask a question: that what drove you to go to London to do this course, MA in theatre? What was the reason? I mean, was there no such course available in India? I should say was, because now there is. It is you who have started this course in India. But then, back then, when you were looking for such kind of academic course in applied theatre, you went to London. So did you try to search for this kind of course, a post-graduation course in India?
Well, of course, yes. I'll tell you first what drives me to get into this particular field, and then how I landed up at Central. So I'm into theater for a very long time, since childhood. But then when I was doing my graduation, I realized that to make a career in theater or films, there are a lot of compromises that you need to do. So you cannot do all the work that you want to do. But there are producers, there are executive producers who are actually running the shows. And then I started asking these questions to myself: that am I ready to accept that compromised area of work? Am I ready to do that? And the answer was no, because I really wanted to be in some kind of a creative field, of course, related with performing arts, but then not to compromise just because, everyone has to pay the bills. So I started looking what could be the other options. So apart from acting and direction, I had two other options. One is applied theater, of course, and another one is dramaturgy. So dramaturgy, again, it's a very, very specialized area, and that makes a huge difference, especially in the area of performing arts. But then
I beg your pardon. What did you say? Dramatology.
Dramaturgy.
Dramaturgy. Okay.
Yes. So
what is
when
this?
you study dramaturgy, you work as a dramaturg.
Okay.
Right. So that's more of to define little in a simplest way. That is a social scientist working between the writer and the director to analyze and help them understand the impact of their play in the society. That's little complicated and little more specialized.
Right.
But then I again realized the fact that unfortunately in our society, writers are not getting paid. So there is no question, why the dramaturgs will get paid for their service.
Right.
So then I started looking at.
By the way, in Bollywood, the one who writes script writer, his bank account is called dog's account. So I just want to add to what did you suggest. Yes. Anyway, so yes, right. So you moved on, and then you decided to do career in applied.
So when I started looking at applied theater, I found it very liberal in that sense. Like I got that idea, like you can take applied theater in any field that you want. There are no restrictions, and I think that is something has made me interested to study that. Of course, I started looking at what kind of courses are available and where. So I started looking at India, then Australia, Germany, US, UK, and then finally I decided to go to UK, because in India it was not available for sure, but at other places I found that Central is very recognized in that sense. So they started a program long back, almost 35 years back. So they have a history, they have experience, they have very renowned faculty as well, and they took it to application as well. So that's the reason I decided to go to Central.
Yes. So you call yourself a drama-based consultant, right?
Yes.
Yes. And then after you returned to India, you started your own company called Theatre Resource.
Yeah.
And you started working with various companies, industries, right? And so I would like to know what kind of work you do with these companies?
So it started with an accident because when I came back, I started working with Flame University, that is in Pune, and I was teaching. So I was more of a kind of a teacher, and I did enjoy that a lot.
Yes.
Uh, but at the same time, I was doing certain projects. So projects with children, project with schools, project with some of the organizations where I was working with adults. And then because I have a background in business administration, and that is another interest area of mine. So I
Yes.
started looking at a possibility that can we do this?
Yes.
And then I got a opportunity to work with the president of our foundation, Professor Indira J. Parikh. So she was a dean at IIM Ahmedabad for very long time, and she has expertise, and she's also an authority in the area of organizational behavior. So I got an opportunity to work with her at one of the training projects. There I realized the potential of using drama in the area of training. And then I
Oh,
started looking at the possibility, like, what can we do and how can we do it?
yes.
So we started with a very, very simple things like, basic principles of management, and then converting that principles into theater. And, again, it was kind of an exploratory project uh, to understand how this works, right? And there I think I got more interested in this particular area. So after a point, I decided to quit my job, and then I started Theatre Resource. And so
Okay.
far, we have been working with a lot of diverse industries,
Mhm.
uh, industrial manufacturing, service, pharma, IT, education. So as I
Yes.
said earlier, there is no restriction where you can use
Yes.
applied theater, and so that I think that's the benefit we got.
Right. So I would like to know more insights into your work with this company. So I would like to know more about this kind of work that you do. What exactly I mean, what kind of services you give to them, and how you use this concept of applied theater in your work that you do with these companies.
See, to understand this part, Suresh, we need to understand the training industry first.
Okay.
Training industry long back in 90s was more about providing information. So before
Mhm.
that, it was just providing information about a different kind of machinery that is there in the industry.
Yeah.
After that, it started little bit with people, but again more with the information as well. But nowadays, it is not about information. The information is available. Like there is a too much of information available,
Yeah.
and now people need to understand.
Information explosion, in fact.
Absolutely, information explodes. Like you, you have information which you actually don't need also,
Absolutely.
and that
Yeah.
kind of information is also available, and that is the,
Right.
I think that is a reverse problem that we are facing right now.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So right now it is not about providing information through your trainings, but it
Okay.
is about helping people realize what they could do for the betterment of the organization
Mhm.
with the help of the information which is available with them, right?
Okay.
So I don't. So when I work with any industry, so for example, if we are working on the idea of leadership,
Yes.
I don't teach them what leadership is.
Right.
I don't give them any definition of leadership
Okay.
because that is available, right? So through the area of theater, we help them realize that whatever knowledge they have about leadership,
Okay.
okay, how can they use it for the betterment of the organization to
Okay.
achieve the common goal of the organization?
Right.
All right. So I
Okay.
have certain idea about leadership. It might not be a very literature oriented. It might not be a core definition, but I have my own idea,
Okay.
right? And when we work with our participants, it is a group of 20 people. So that means there are 20 different ideas in that room. And with the help of theater, we try to combine those ideas together and we create a literature out of it, which is a core literature of that particular organization,
Okay.
right? It is not
Right.
coming from any particular book, and
Yes.
it is not ideal for all the industries. It is very, very specialized, coming from the experience and knowledge of people working for that particular organization only.
Right.
And
Right.
that helps people to retain that knowledge for a
Right.
longer duration. So if I give you
Oh,
some
okay.
information, it
Mm-hmm.
might not last for a long because it is not yours.
Absolutely.
But if I derive something from you,
Yes.
process that, and
Right.
then give it back to you, that stays
Mm-hmm.
for a longer duration, probably for a
Okay.
lifetime.
Okay. So in a way, I can understand here in this way that you use the medium of theater, right? And you work as a facilitator in order to help the participants to explore themselves, right? This is what I can say in a way, right? Am I right?
Absolutely.
Mm, right. It's very interesting. So this
Absolutely.
this
I think, yeah, I think the facilitator is the correct word. Not, yeah, I was saying
yeah,
that the trainer is not the correct word.
right.
Facilitator is a very appropriate word for that because we facilitate the information which is coming from the participant.
Right. Correct. Okay. So now the how long? Let's say you take one training program with particular, let's say, organization. So what is the period of that particular training program?
So the ideal program is for 1 day,
Hmm.
and with some organizations, as per the requirement, we do the half-day program as well.
Correct. Correct.
Uh, but it depends on the industry. So a lot
Right.
of industries they have their training need analysis. So they have their internal process of understanding that training. But the time duration, if you ask, it is a 1 full day program.
One full day program. Interesting. Now, let me know. So, because I wanted to ask this question. Because this question is related to career. If somebody wants to make a career in applied theater,
Mhm.
so and this is the part that you are suggesting at this moment. And how can I relate this what you are doing? Application of theater in, let's say, training and development, or you can say bringing about some sort of change in uh, behavior, right?
Right.
So partially you can say this is related to human resource management, if not
Correct.
partially, maybe even fully, I don't know.
Fully. Yes.
Fully, right. So let's say, we train our students for CAT, and a lot of CAT aspirants do their career in various fields. And you know that MBA has typical specializations such as finance, human resource and operations, and IT systems, marketing, etc. So, students often ask this question that, I want to make a career in human resource. So sometimes we discourage them because we think that this is not really, what you can say, a highly lucrative kind of career in your future. So most people are generally inclined towards, let's say, finance or marketing. Finance looks very attractive.
Yeah.
Investment banking, fantastic. It looks very attractive. And then people don't understand, even if they are really interested in doing a career in HR, human resource, they don't understand what exactly they can do, right?
Right.
So let's say somebody who is doing MBHR and wants to do a career in the training and development aspect of HR. So to him or to her, how this particular course in applied theater, or you have already started this particular course, postgraduate diploma in applied theater. So how is this going to help them, in making a career in the training and development aspect of
Yeah.
human resource, and how will it help them along with MBHR that they do?
Yes. So to start with, I would say that there is a huge possibility in this area. First thing,
Okay.
to understand, we need to look at the global picture. First thing is we have a population of about 130 crore people, right? So if you want to train all of them, you have like a lot of opportunities. Okay.
Right.
Uh, when you look at the industry in a global perspective, the things are changing very rapidly. So 10 years back, things were very different. Now things are very different. 10 years
Okay.
back, we didn't have this Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, and a lot of other things which are mostly technology driven. But now
Yes.
we have, right? And that is making a huge difference in a when we look at the global picture. Now the same thing will going to happen in future as well. So we are right now in a transition mode. Okay,
Okay.
so we are going from conventional to non-conventional,
Correct.
and right now we are in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, in my opinion, this is the best time to understand what is happening in future, right?
Okay.
So when your business is going on technology, there is a scalability, there is a possibility that you can uh, grow your business within a stipulated time period, and within that, the human element has become a very important aspect which was not there earlier,
Yes.
or in other words, it was ignored, right? But now people are realizing that if there are 10 people in your organization, and out of 10, 2 people are performing very well,
Okay.
these people are the assets of the organization.
Correct.
Nowadays, the organization cannot afford to let these people go, and uh, they can say that we will hire someone else. No, because the kind of experience, the kind of contribution these people have made,
Mhm.
that is very significant for the development of the organization. So
Correct.
human element has become a very important aspect of all the industries worldwide. I'm not talking about only India, but it has
Right.
become worldwide. And that's
Yes.
why the organizations who are understanding the value of human resource, they are investing heavily in
Mm.
training and development.
Okay.
And as I said earlier, training and development is not only about providing information.
Mm.
It is not about how to communicate, but
Yes.
now it is about what to communicate,
Correct.
right? That is the difference. So 10, 15 years back, it was more about how to communicate.
Yes.
But now people are aware about it. And now it is about the matter. It is about the content.
Mm.
It is about the way of delivery,
Right.
right? So the things have changed. So those who understand human resource,
Yes.
they have they have a very good potential in the area of training and development.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, so a lot of big industries who are expanding uh, in India, uh, they are really looking for good people who can deliver good results. And with the help of non-conventional methodologies like applied theater, outbound training, art-based training, you can bring that result which is expected by the organization. So yeah, in short, there is huge potential.
So somebody who wants to make a career in this field, does he or she have to have some background related to theater?
No, if you want to study applied theater, if you
Yes.
don't have any background in theater, that is absolutely fine, because
Okay.
it is not
Mm.
about performance,
Okay.
right? So
Mm.
you don't need to perform. You don't need to, go and play a king,
Mhm.
right? It
Right.
is not required. You
Correct.
need to understand the process,
Yes.
right? So
Mm.
understanding process of performance is very, very important than the performance.
Right. Okay.
That is what facilitator uh, is an important term.
Right. Correct. So,
So here,
yeah. So you go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
no,
Sorry
I
to
was saying that here we don't call uh, uh, the one who's conducting the workshop as
Right.
a director or
Right.
a teacher,
Right.
but we call it as a facilitator because he's facilitating the entire process. He don't dictate anything to people, but he just
Absolutely.
take them through the process of realization.
Mhm. Okay. So it's a highly democratic means of training and
Yes,
development.
yes,
So let's move. So I wanted to ask. So let's say generally you say that it's a, so when you work with companies, it's a 1 day program. Now, what exactly happens in that 1 day? Can you give a little bit more insights into it?
yeah. So usually what happens is we decide on the topic, like what we need to do with the participants and what we need to achieve, which is
Yes.
called as a LO, that is learning outcome.
Okay.
All right, and that we decide in discussion with the either a learning and development head or the HR head of the organization, and we are on the same page when we are starting the training process.
Okay.
Now the one day
So
training.
can you give an example of any particular topic that on which you have worked with any particular company?
Yeah. So for example, if we are doing a program for frontline executives, then we try to understand what is the exact requirement of the organization, because there can be multiple requirements, but the
Right.
requirement of the hospitality industry might be different
Yes.
than the pharma company.
Right.
Right. So particularly with that particular organization, we understand what is their requirement.
Okay.
Okay. And based on that, we create our session plan. Then we share that session plan with the organization. They come back with any kind of suggestion, anything that they want to add or anything they want to remove, whatever it is, and then we finalize that session plan. Now the typical 1 day program is divided into 4 different parts. The first part is the introduction, where we create a safe space. So we call it idea of safe space, where everybody should feel safe to contribute their ideas, their thoughts.
Yes.
Right. It should not be the space should not be very critical in that sense. Right. So if we have that openness within the space, then only people can contribute. So we create that. In the second and the third part, it is more of a process oriented work, that whatever we want to achieve. So we take them through different kind of process, like playback theater, forum theater, process drama, newspaper theater.
Yes.
So these are the different means of working.
Yes.
Right. And the last part deals with feedback, observation, sharing. We have a small group discussion, we have a large group discussion, but it is more of a process of learning together.
Yes.
Right. And our job as a facilitator to derive that learning out of participants.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good. So now I want to ask a question. What made you start this Applied Theatre India Foundation and the particular course, postgraduate diploma in Applied Theatre?
Yes.
So what made you start this?
I think that's very important question, because when I decided to go to Central, I've taken an education loan from a bank, and then I went and completed my study and came back.
Right.
So at that point of time, I have decided that we need to have some kind of system, where we can provide this particular education. Because in India, there is a huge need of this particular topic, and unfortunately, there isn't anything where students can learn this particular aspect.
Yes.
And not everybody can afford to go to abroad and study and come back.
Right.
So that idea was definitely there, that sometime in our life that we need to create some kind of ecosystem where people can start learning something out of it.
Right.
I think I should thank this uh, COVID time, which is uh, really an irony itself, that
Yeah.
that gave us a lot of free hand and time to
Right.
think and to work on it,
Yes.
right? So when the lockdown started last year, we also lost a lot of our trainings because
Yes.
everything went on hold,
Right.
right? And there we started thinking, that let us use this time
Yeah.
and do something meaningful. So we had an idea, so we started putting it on paper. We created all the topics and course outline. We formed an academic executive committee, and we completed all the procedures that need to be completed. And last year in August, we have formed this foundation. So this is a Section 8 company, which is a not for profit company, and
Okay.
dedicated towards the awareness, education, and research in the area of
Right.
applied.
Okay. So how long is this post-graduation program?
So the post-graduation diploma program is for 9 months,
Okay.
and we have a very interesting structure for that. So it is an online, offline integrated program. We made it deliberately so that working professionals can also join this program.
Okay.
There are 7 practical subjects and there are 2 theory subjects in this program. Apart from that, there is an internship so that you can test your practicability in the field. And then we have a small program on cultural entrepreneurship because we really want people to get into this field and become entrepreneurs in the
Yes.
area of art and culture. So that is the total structure of the program.
So now tell me, somebody who wants to go back to pure theater after applied theater. So will this course be useful?
Yeah, I think he will gain more understanding, definitely, because
Okay.
when you study a little deep about human behavior and you understand uh, what perception is, you understand what perspective is. I think that also contributes a lot to create a character on stage.
Okay.
So if somebody is coming from pure background, want to get into applied, again want to get into pure, or do both the things at a time, I think this both things will complement each other in a very, very positive way.
So after completing this course, what are the opportunities that are available?
So in this course, we focus on 3 major aspects. One is theater in education, one is theater in corporate, and
Yes.
theater in uh, society, like theater for social change. So in theater in education, you can work with schools, children, colleges, up to the graduation level, and there are multiple things that you can do. Now with the new national education policy that we have in place, there will be more demand of these kind of facilitators
Okay.
because now the government is looking at the application of knowledge from the school level itself.
Okay.
Right? So a lot of things, if we look at the national education policy, a lot of topics that they have introduced or they have changed in a way that the application from the student's point of view is on the priority, right?
Correct.
So the subjects become application centric, right? So
Correct.
probably in next 4 or 5 years, there will be more demand of teachers who understand the application of these subjects, and that's where applied theater can play a very important role. Second, theater in corporate, we just talked about it. So anybody who has an inclination towards training and development
Right.
or human resource development, they can definitely get into this. Uh, it doesn't matter, you need to have all the knowledge about theater. It's
Yes.
absolutely fine if you have no knowledge about theater. but still
Right.
you can get into this field. Yeah, of course, you need to have a knowledge about management, HR, OB, OD, all these subjects, and then only you can
So, so do,
implement.
do so does your course have these subjects as well?
No, no, no.
No.
We focus only on the methodology,
Okay.
right? So if you want to get into maybe theater in corporate,
Right.
you need to have your HR knowledge before,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and then we
Right.
will give you that applied theater methodology.
Right. So
Then
those
you
who are
can,
doing MBHR, or those who have already done MBHR, or those who are working in the field of training and development, for them this course will be extremely
yes,
useful.
this is
Right.
extremely useful, and this will going to add a lot of value in your career. See,
Yes.
nowadays we also need to understand that uh, career is again this particular term will going to vanish in the coming years, and that is what I think.
Okay.
There is nothing like career in future,
Okay.
right? You need to work every day,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
So earlier things were different, like you were working in the bank and you work there for 40 years and you retire and then you settle.
Right.
Now there is a question that the bank I'm working with, tomorrow I don't know that bank will be there or not,
Hmm.
right? So
Right.
we need to focus on what we can do for our life,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So while working,
Hmm.
at the same time, if you start developing something which is your own, which is
Yes.
your own expertise in that way,
Hmm.
that will keep you alive for a lifetime.
Okay. Okay.
In that sense, this is very important. The
Okay.
third part, theater for social change, where you can work with a lot of NGOs, a lot of social areas we have, and where we need to educate people about various social aspects. So, be it education, be it environment, be it water, child marriage, dowry system, uh, lot of areas we have, right?
Correct.
So,
Right.
so those who have done masters in social work
Right.
can get into this area, or
Correct.
anyone
Hmm.
who's working with some IT company and want to do something different,
Right.
something betterment for the society. If you
Yes.
want
Yes. Yes.
to give back something to the society,
Right.
then you can definitely get into this area as well.
Right. So now I want to ask a last question. In fact, I request you to share some interesting experience of yours when you have worked with industries, you have worked with companies, you have worked in social sectors as well, the kind of changes that you are just referring to. So any kind of experience or kind of very encouraging feedback from someone that you would like to share with us after doing your workshop, or some sort of insightful feedback that you have received.
Yeah. So see, there are two kinds of experiences.
Yes.
One is where you train people, help them gain some knowledge, some skill set,
Right.
and then they develop in their own way,
Correct.
right? As far as their profession is concerned.
Hmm.
So that is one type of experience, and we have a lot of these kind of experiences,
Right.
right? But there is another kind of experience which is on a very, very personal level.
Okay.
So within this training process, people also grow
Hmm.
as a human being,
Oh. Okay.
and not only as a manager or function head or supervisors.
Right.
They also grow as a human being. So
Yes.
in one of my trainings that I was doing in Hyderabad, so I won't refer the company name,
Yes.
but there there was a person and who was there in my training, and I found he was very disturbed,
Okay.
right? So we started the process, and he was a part of it, and sometimes he used to contribute something, sometimes he was very neutral in that sense. And within the process, where there is one exercise where you share something about yourself, and within the group he shared that he was on the verge of divorce.
Oh, okay.
So they were comparatively newly married,
Right.
but because of all these work tensions and timings and lot of things that is going on right now, probably they have come to that particular uh, decision.
Right.
So that information got processed within the group. So we have taken that through different kind of theatrical exercises, and then the character play, the change of roles, hot sitting, all these things. And probably he found some kind of perception on that. So
Oh,
usually what happens is we take some decision,
hmm.
and then we think this is the only decision that I could take in this particular timeline.
Right.
But when you work with people and when you understand the perspective,
Hmm.
you start thinking, no, there might be different possibilities as well,
Right.
right? That we need to look at, that we need to check,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So I think that's what happened, and then I got a call from him after 3 months, and he said that he thanked me, and he said, on that day, whatever happened, I've decided to create a dialogue.
Oh,
I
okay.
think the dialogue was missing between
Hmm.
two of us, and then we anonymously come to that decision, and which
Okay.
was not a very appropriate decision.
Right. Right.
So they started talking to each other, and then they came with some kind of decision which is comfortable to both of them, right? And
Right.
finally uh, they came out of all that situation,
Right.
which I think is a very encouraging experience
Right.
when you realize that what this particular tool can do
Right.
to change people as to be a better human being, not only as a better workers and better managers, but
Correct.
also a better human being.
Right. Interesting. So this is what what you can say, a very optimistic and affirmative quote unquote side effects of what
Yes,
what you are doing. It's highly interesting. Thank you very much, Kaustubh, for sharing this whatever you have done in this field of applied theater. And I hope that viewers and listeners will take a leaf out of what you have said, and especially the last part, that you have the experience that you have shared with us was very wonderful. I hope that we will have more such sessions in future as well. Thank you very much.
definitely. Thank you very much for inviting me and taking this to as many people as possible. Thanks a lot.